Hey guys, this is Anastasia Autumnfire, and I'm going to try to do this video super quick. I've already tried to do it a few times, and I just keep going off on tangents. I just have a lot of thoughts I want to try to get out, and it's becoming a cluster. So I'm going to try to keep things as clear and concise as possible. Please excuse my crazy hair. It's been a day. If you are friends with me on Facebook, you saw that I shared a correspondence chart. It looked like this. Woo. And I said, it's time to get organized. What that means, I am realizing more and more that my personal life in these last few months, this last year's been crazy, but the last few months especially have been kind of a roller coaster. And I've been getting burnt out more and more and more, and beating myself up more and more and more for not following through on things that I genuinely want to do. And my spiritual life has been hindered because of it. And a combination of a few different things really has hit me over the head and made me realize I need to put my big girl pants on and stop whining about, oh, but I'm so tired, oh, but I'm so stressed. No, fuck you. Excuse my language. It's very late. It just, that's what it was. It just hit me over the head that I need to stop making excuses. I had a couple of amazing Maybon circles, especially with my witchy sister in arms. It just was eye-opening, and probably one of the most connected feelings I've had in a really long time. And then this last Friday was the second new moon for September, which is the black moon, which connects you to major crone energies. A lot of reflection and letting go of that which doesn't serve. For me, it really made me look at myself and go, okay, why am I so stressed? Why am I so burnt out? Why am I not happy? And the reality was, I'm not finding time to do things I want to do. And not that I necessarily want to do things I need to do. I'm not getting out to nature. I'm not finding time to connect to my daughter in a very connected way. I realize I said connect twice in that sentence, but it's not quality time with her. I'm not following through with dedications because I'm tired all the time, and I've got other things I need to do in my mundane life, and I just don't know when to find the time to do everything. And I'm just sick of making excuses. I'm sick of looking at it. Everyone gets burnt out. Let me just say that real quick. I by no means mean to say if you are looking at your spiritual path or your spiritual life and being like, God, I'm so burned out. No, everyone has those days, sweetie. There are days when you need to come home. You need to have a glass of wine. And you need to sit and watch The Office or Parks and Rec and just have a laugh and just be happy and chill and not have to go through some super shadow working meditation to come out the other end feeling even more exhausted. I'm a big believer that when your energy isn't there, there's no point in doing, crafts and doing a lot of meditation and doing, that's the time when maybe I light a candle and give an offering, but then I'll sit down with a book or a journal and just kind of write, as opposed to, or maybe organize some of my past writings and try to get them in a book of shadows instead of baking a candle or an incense blend or a spell skull. If I don't have energy to begin with a craft, there's not going to be enough energy to put into the craft, and then the craft is going to fall flat, and you're never going to really feel connected to it. It's just going to kind of be meh. And That's not helpful. That's not conducive. So I am a big believer when we are burnt out, we need to take that downtime. We need to go take a bubble bath. We need to go to bed early, which is going to be me tomorrow. We're going to need a beer or a glass of wine and just chill. But when every night you're too exhausted to do something, when every night you're finding reasons why you can't do this, that, and the other thing, even though you know you should. For me, that is a problem. I'm not saying it's a problem for anyone else. For me, that becomes an issue. When that begins to happen, I need to look at myself and say, what am I not doing? What is not connecting? Where is this disconnect happening? And a lot of it deals with, I'm not getting out into nature. I'm not finding my quiet time. And I'm not prioritizing. I'm sorry, my arms are all jittery. I'm not prioritizing. So I kind of thought back to when I was a newbie witch. And really, I wasn't a newbie witch. It was just I rediscovered my path. I'd been a practitioner long before that. I understood things. I knew enough. But I was rediscovering my path because I came back from a period of time where I identified as a Christian, and coming back from that, it was like learning everything all over again, and it was super exciting. I think when people rediscover their paths, or when you first discover it, when you are a quote-unquote newbie witch, I don't like titles. I'm just going to put that out there. I hate, if I call myself a newbie witch, fine. Someone else calls me a newbie witch, 9 times out of 10, they mean it derogatory, and I don't understand. I don't see a point in calling anyone Fluffy Bunny. I don't see any point in calling anyone newbie witch, because the reality of it is, we've all been there, sweetie. No one comes to their spiritual path and knows all. In fact, I'm pretty damn sure by the time you die, you still won't know all, because no one knows all. So when people put down others because they're newbies, it's like, seriously? We've all been there. We're excited. There's nothing wrong with being excited about your path. In fact, I think that's one of the most amazing and thrilling things about paganism is, even though I have been a pagan since I was a little girl, minus like a 5 or 6 year stint as a Christian, you know, I'm 34. All that time, 5 or 6 years was not a pagan. Otherwise I was. But when I still will all of a sudden realize something or learn something new or make a connection I never made before, and yeah, I nerd out. I get super excited. Heck, even in my mundane life, I went and saw the Labyrinth in movie theaters with my little girl, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, he's a white owl. White animals are what leads you to the Fey realm, and he's the Goblin King, so he's leading her to the Fey realm because the goblins are Fey. That connects. Oh my gosh, I never noticed that before. Total nerd out moment. Plus, it was David Bowie. I'm so sorry. Oh, my point is, we all nerd out. We all get excited. Let everyone be there. Let everyone let their freak flag fly. You know. But when I do nerd out, when I do get excited and start juggling all these balls in the air, what I found helpful was to look at, was to kind of organize it and do a little bit of scheduling. Instead of me having 5 or 6 different series I wanted to do video-wise, or 5 or 6 different dedications I wanted to do, or crafting things I wanted to do, I would, and kind of jumble them all together. That's never been helpful for me. That's never worked out well for me. I mean, you can look at my YouTube channel and see, wow, she has 2 videos for this dedication. What kind of a dedication was that? Obviously not a successful one. My goddess quest has been put on the back burner because of this, that, and the other thing, and I feel that goddess energy still around me, like, hitting me in the head with a 2x4, like, chick, hello, I'm still here. You still don't know what I'm about. Focus. I know, I just need time. So to help me in that, I am going back to what I did when I was a quote-unquote newbie witch. I would take the weekday correspondences. Every weekday has its own special, unique correspondence magically. Monday, of course, connects to the moon. So you have lunar magic, intuition work, goddess work. I have notes. Divination, astral travel, all that fun stuff. Tuesday connects to kind of warrior energy. So you have strength, bravery, courage, war or battle. It also connects to passion and lust and sex work. Wednesday is a kind of a day of education. It's that seeker energy, creativity, communication, the arts, family, astrology, legal matters. Thursday kind of connects to wealth, logic, business, gambling, social and political issues, religion, prosperity and abundance, strength. Also self-improvement, dedications, devotions, things like that. Then we have Friday. Friday is all about love energy. You have love, romance, beauty, the arts again, growth, birth, fertility. For me, self-love is a major focus on Fridays. And then Saturdays are about protection, banishing, death work, manifestation, cleansing, binding, endings, karma, time, that kind of thing. Saturday also, because it's named after Saturn, which was a Roman god of time. A lot of times they see him as kind of a harvest god. When we're talking harvest, for me, that connects back to time. I can't harvest, food in the spring. I need to wait for the fall. Everything has its time. Everything has its season. Those are the concepts I connect to on Saturdays, as well as ancestor energy. Then Sundays, all about the sun. So we have that solar energy, but it's about health, success, goals, ambition, prosperity, abundance, God work, things like that. So I would write down the correspondences of each day. And then, okay, it's Monday. I really feel called to do something. Well, it's a good day for divination. Maybe I take out my tarot cards and do a little studying on that. Okay, maybe I should have an actual pendulum session. Okay, maybe instead of doing any working, I just read a book that's about the runes. Something to that effect. But I've taken it even a step further, because now a major part of my spiritual path is actually getting these videos up, because even if no one watches them, even if they don't connect to anyone else, for me they are super helpful. I discover things about my path so much more when I am doing videos. It gives me a sounding board, even if it's just a sound off against myself. It's helpful. I like it. It's needed. So what I've done is on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and then the weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, I have to do a video those 3 days. I chose Wednesday and Thursday because both of them kind of connect to that seeker. Wednesday definitely connects to knowledge, education, but Thursday was good for self-improvement and kind of devotionals and dedications. So I thought both of those connected to putting a video up, sharing information, connecting, communication. And then Saturday and Sunday, for me, Saturday is about ancestor work, cleansing, reconnecting to nature. Sunday, again, focusing on the God, but also connecting to nature and family. I think that's a good time I think one of those days I should have no problem making a video, going out in nature and recording what I find and what I discover. Of course, if I feel like any other day, like doing a video, I can, except Mondays. Unless specifically called to it, I am not doing any crafting, I am not doing any videos. That is a day for internal reflection. I can do meditation, I can do divination, I can study, I can work on sister connections with my witchy sister in arms, or the goddess, or coven work. But all in all, that is a day of quiet. So yeah, I just wanted to share this thought, get this out there. That's going to kind of change the structure of the channel, and who knows, maybe if you're hitting a wall, that'll help you too. Blessed be.